Hello my fellow Welt lovers. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this one because the Honkai Star Rail community is going absolutely feral right now, and honestly,
Same.
Cyrene is once again the center of chaos, confusion, and straight-up hype. The 3.7 beta test is turning into the wildest rollercoaster we've seen, and the leaks, delays, and buffs are stacking up faster than my Trailblazers pile of unused self-modeling resin. So buckle up because this isn't just another patch note talk. This is the deep dive into why Sirene is causing such a stir, what these buffs mean, why Hoyoverse might be stalling, and yes, what the heck this means for the future of Star Rail 3.7. Topping up in Genshin or Star Rail can get expensive, and let's be honest, we've all seen those in-game prices and wished they were just a bit lower. Well, that's exactly what LDShop is here for. This is LDShop, the official top-up platform developed by the LD Player Emulator Group. It lets you top up your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Star Rail at huge discounts, up to 23% off or more. And yeah, it's super easy to use. All you need is your server and UID, and your top-up will show up in-game within just a few minutes. It's safe, reliable, and used by thousands of players. You can even compare prices, for example, something like the Supply Pass or a 6480 Stellar Jade Bundle. It's way cheaper here than in-game. If you register using my link, you'll get a 15% off coupon and an extra 5% off coupon, which can save you up to $50 on your first top-ups. Plus, LDShop gives you the same first top-up bonus you get in-game, so you're not missing out on anything. And if you're planning to spend more, here's a bonus. If you spend over $80, you'll unlock VIP status, which gives you a free supply pass and more perks. So if you're looking to save while still getting everything you normally would in-game, just use the link in the description and get Evernight now while saving more. Alright, let's start with a hot topic, the 3.7 beta and Cyrene's mysterious buffs. So Luna and Anon, two of the most reliable Hsr leakers we've had in recent cycles, have both dropped spicy new info that basically confirms beta v3 is right around the corner. Luna came out first saying the internal build is done, like fully wrapped up, polished, and ready for testing. Apparently, the client already has all the new Sirene data and adjustments loaded in. But then she admits, she doesn't know why it's not released yet. She doesn't even want to ask. Which, like mood, because when Hoyoverse starts being all secretive with timing, you just know something big is cooking. This isn't just another bug fix delay. The vibe is that Hoyoverse is prepping something major for Sirene, something that could completely redefine her place in the meta. And if that's true, this might be the rework we've all been praying for. Now, Anon stepped in too, confirming that Beta V3 is expected to drop Monday, and while he only gave it a 50% confidence, that overlap with Luna's info makes this one of the most solid leaked timelines we've had in weeks. And get this, he also talked about some big reworks coming to Cyrene's kit. Her Ode to Life and Birth, which is that buff meant for caster-based teams, is supposedly getting a massive enhancement. Like, we're talking about a buff so significant that it might finally make her a must-pull unit instead of a maybe-later one. You guys remember how underwhelming her support felt in V1? Yeah, that's apparently getting fixed. She's being tuned to be a real powerhouse support, and finally, she won't feel like a filler unit in those high-level caster ice comps. And speaking of buffs, apparently Ode to World Bearing, the one tied to Phanon, is also getting an upgrade. But here's where it gets interesting. Her Ode to Reason, which buffs Anaxa, might actually be getting nerfed. So we've got buffs and nerfs flying everywhere, and Anon admitted that only half of his info might be correct. But you know what? Even if that's true, the fact that both Luna and Anon are pointing to the same timeline, the same kit focus, and the same internal completion makes this way too aligned to be coincidence. Something's coming. And honestly, it's about time. Now, let's talk about why the community is so divided right now. Cyrene, as we've seen in early betas, was one of those she looks cool, but what does she do characters? She's got this whole Crisis Air synergy thing going on, right? But most of her buffs didn't even make her best in slot for half the units she was meant to empower. Like, Aglia and Anaxa got some strong results from her, but the rest?
Meh.
And if you weren't running her with caster-based or remembrance-oriented teams, she was borderline mid. Her ultimate generation was painfully bad, like so bad that even casual players could tell something wasn't right. You'd fire off a few skills, watch that ULT bar crawl like it's stuck in molasses, and think, this ain't it. So when we talk about the delay of V3, it's starting to make sense. Hoyoverse isn't just holding her back because of Golden Week or some scheduling mix-up, they're probably doing emergency surgery on her entire kit.
Because think about it.
Beta V3 is the make-or-break build. It's where the devs fix everything they couldn't fix before. It's when a character can go from trash tier to meta-defining monster in one patch. Like, we've seen it before. Remember how units like Fu Xian or Robin fell off early on? Then V3 hit and suddenly boom, they're S-tier material. That's what's likely happening here. They're going back to the drawing board, looking at all of Cyrene's buffs, the hair-specific buffs, her true damage access, her team flexibility, and saying, okay, how do we make her worth it? Because if they release her as she is right now, she'd flop. Hard. And Hoyoverse doesn't want that. Not for someone this hyped, not for someone this marketable. And let's not forget, Cyrene isn't just another 5-star. She's slated to be one of the cornerstone characters of the 3X era, right next to Castorice and Phanon. If her kit lands flat, it's going to break the balance of this entire phase. That's why they can't afford to mess it up. Which, by the way, explains why some insiders are saying this delay might be intentional. Not a bug, not an accident, but a deliberate pause to rework her gameplay loop, tweak her ULT gen, and even adjust her animation timings to feel smoother. If they do that right, she could go from being, oh she's pretty but meh, to oh my god, I need her right now. Now, shifting gears for a sec, because the leaks didn't stop with Cyrene. Anon leaks also confirmed some new cosmetics dropping in 3.7, including 5-star skins for Trailblazer and Cyrene. Yeah, you heard that right, they're not free by the way, because of course they aren't. But still, we're finally getting premium cosmetics. It's happening. And alongside those, there are new accessories for the Trailblazer, like the Deliverer's Wreath, a laurel-style crown described as a symbol of heroism and wisdom, which, honestly, sounds kind of majestic. There's also the Guard Driver, a headband modeled after Wanmei's design. So if you wanted your MC to look like a stylish little genius, now's your chance. But let's be real, all of this just circles back to one big question. Why the delay? Why all this waiting? Some people say it's just Golden Week fallout, others say it's to give the devs breathing room, but honestly, I'm leaning towards something else entirely. I think they realized Cyrene's numbers weren't matching her potential. Her buffs were too conditional, her energy mechanics were flawed, and her scaling didn't fit the damage profiles of her team synergies. Basically, her entire identity as a universal support was collapsing under its own complexity. So now they're fixing it. They're probably toning down her weaker team interactions and focusing on making her truly shine in at least 2 or 3 core team archetypes, probably the Castorice and Remembrance setups, since that's where she naturally fits best. And that's exciting because this might mean we're not just getting a stat bump, we're getting a full-on design rework. Her buffs might be cleaner, her ULT faster, and maybe, just maybe, her true damage mechanic will actually be worth building around this time. Imagine if they make her ultimate recharge faster based on ally skill usage or damage dealt. That'd instantly fix one of her biggest problems and make her flow way smoother in high-rotation teams. Of course, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. The possibility that this delay could stretch past Monday. If that happens, then yeah, we're entering scary territory. But so far, both Luna and Anon are confident this Monday's the day. The hype's real, the data's ready, and everyone's just waiting for Hoyoverse to hit that go live button. And when it does, oh, you better believe the community is going to explode. Because this isn't just about Cyrene being good or bad, it's about faith in how Hoyoverse handles character design. If they nail this rework, it proves they're listening. If they botch it, well, Reddit's gonna catch fire. But hey, I'm choosing to stay hopeful. I mean, come on, look at all the attention they're giving her. 2 major leakers agreeing, beta cycles being delayed, balance changes this significant. This screams flagship character energy. She's not getting left behind. And when Monday comes, we'll see just how far they've gone to make her shine. Anyway, I'll be here watching every leak, every patch note, every tiny data drop, and the second beta V3 goes live, you know I'm making a full breakdown. So, what do you guys think? Are we about to witness the great Cyrene redemption arc? Or are we staring down another case of looks cool, plays mid? Either way, one thing's for sure, Honkai Star Rail 3.7 is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic beta phases we've seen yet. Keep your eyes peeled, stay subbed, and as always, see you, my fellow Welt lovers, when the update drops.